Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about movement and chronic back pain. I'm going to discuss a little bit about the importance of movement, the challenges that we might come up against, especially if we are engaging in a practice, and also respecting the mind-body connection with chronic back pain. I do want to caveat this video to say that I'm not a medical professional. I'm going to share my experiences, the research that I've done for myself. But if you are unsure really about how much you should be moving, what movement practice is good for you, if you really can't feel that for yourself, then please consult with your doctor. Consult with a physiotherapist, any medical professional that you might be engaged with, because it's really important not to push yourself. Obviously, if you have damage, you don't want to make that worse. So yeah, don't take any of this advice as gospel. Please make your own decisions and discuss with a medical professional. So that aside, I suppose I just want to introduce the importance of movement in general, and that's both from a physiological perspective and from a psychological perspective. So physiologically, when it comes to exercise, some general benefits that you're going to get is a better blood flow, healthier lungs, a healthier heart. It'll help release tension in muscles, it will help strengthen muscles, and of course, depending on your level of fitness, there's various other benefits and sort of fun that you can have when it comes to exercising. From a psychological perspective, we're talking about having a little bit more confidence, just releasing energy. If we are agitated or frustrated or sad or feeling a bit depressed, then actually getting our heart going, moving, even running on the spot, that sort of thing, can psychologically help us feel better. It can help us feel stronger, and it's surprising how useful a practice can be on our mental health. So I want to cover that because back pain is very much linked to emotional and mental health. So there's sort of a twofold benefit really when it comes to doing a movement practice. Some of the challenges with doing a movement practice, especially if you've got back pain, I guess one challenge is sort of the old school way of dealing with back pain and sort of other muscular strains. It's often, or it has been in the past anyway, I don't think now it's so prevalent, but I would imagine the message from some people is still bed rest. Bed rest. Don't move, stay still, ice it, heat pack, etc., etc. Now, in acute pain situations, i.e. when you have actually caused damage, like for instance, sprained your ankle, for instance, just to divert from back pain, or you've pulled muscles and you've been to the doctor and it's been diagnosed that okay, yeah, you do have a strained and pulled muscle, and for a couple of days maybe it's a good idea to be mindful. If there's swelling, obviously it's much different than what I'm talking about, because chronic back pain can often sort of go unseen. The pain is there, there's tension there, there's tight muscles and that sort of stuff, but there isn't an acute injury. So I also want to make that clear. This isn't advice for anyone who's literally just had an acute injury and they should start moving again. Be sensible and definitely have a conversation with a doctor if that's the case. So challenges again when it comes to that message of bed rest is we I guess we often think that that is what we should do. It moves when it hurts, so why don't I stay still? Now, there's a big problem with that message, and that's the fact that our body needs to move, our body needs to shift its energy, the blood, the heart, the lungs, the intestines, the kidneys, the liver, the muscles, our brain, everything needs movement to work properly and work more efficiently and give us less problems moving forward in our life, moving into sort of middle to older age. We need to maintain that movement so that the channels in our body and the blood flow can get to the muscles and essentially add a little bit of equilibrium. Some issues that we can find ourselves in if we are suffering from chronic back pain is the fact that although chronic back pain is highly linked to emotional issues, the physical symptoms are very real. So what do I mean by physical symptoms? Pain, weak muscles, tight muscles, these sorts of afflictions in the body that have historically been dealt with through sort of structural, i.e. only physical interventions, need to be dealt with a bit of sensitivity when you're moving, because we also can't forget our emotional space. What else is feeding the tension in our body from a psychological and emotional perspective? So again, with any movement practice, we need to try and free ourselves from the habit of constantly doing exercises to fix the muscle tension, the weak muscles, the pain. It's very easy to get into fixing mode. So be mindful of that. Exercise and move for general health. And to move on to the next part I wanted to discuss was start with a gentle practice. Doing some yoga, doing some qigong, going for a walk, feel into your body, use your breath, use your movement in gentle motions. And this can't be emphasized enough, really, because movement with chronic back pain can be triggering. I've had it myself. I still am challenged with that in various ways in my life, and it can be challenging to the point that we can still hold on to the old beliefs that what I'm doing is causing the pain. Now again, in some cases there could be some structural reason for that, but in many chronic pain cases, that sort of movement equals pain is a emotional, psychological and neurological process. So I want to give you an example of what that means. So let's just say I'm sitting here, and sitting down for a period of time triggers my back pain. So if that's normally after around half an hour, my brain gets into the habit of experiencing back pain after 30 minutes of sitting down. This is kind of the one aspect. I was going to say the key. It's not really the key aspect. It's a key aspect of mind-body pain is the neurological learning process that our brain does, and it does it very cleverly and sort of under the surface in relation to pain. So this is why gentle practice is the best way to start. You can start by breathing into your pain, i.e. you could just lie down on the floor, do what's called a body scan. Maybe you've heard of a body scan, maybe you've even done that before. Doing some stretching and doing some qigong movement, opening and breathing, opening your chest up. There's multiple ways to just slowly feel into your body, and often breathing and movement together help bring a little bit of synchronicity to that mind-body focus. And sometimes we can relieve our pain if we can start to feel a bit safer in our body, a bit more confident that our body is not broken, that it's strong and it's supportive and it's keeping me alive. Actually, this system is keeping me alive, and that I'm grateful for that that I'm happy to move, I'm not afraid to move. There's all of these aspects to think about when it comes to movement and chronic back pain. So I'm gonna link some YouTube channels for you down below, because there are some really there's really good movement practices around. I mean, it's not difficult to find them, but it can be difficult to find one that you really resonate with. So I'm going to put 2 or 3 links below just to really give you a chance to just explore. In the future, I'll actually be doing some qigong practices. I'm currently training with Shifu Yan Li, and I'll put the link to his YouTube channel down below. So once I'm qualified to teach qigong, then I will start helping you with the qigong practice. So that said, there's not much more to say, really, I suppose. Do your best to start moving and start feeling into your body, even going for a walk, and doing it every day is worth building that habit. Can just help you feel a little bit more alive in your body. So give that a try. Don't be afraid, be mindful, and take care. See you next time.